The team is going to go get set up in the forest, but as soon as night falls, the hunt is on. This video has been sponsored by Warface Breakout, a new tactical team-based online FPS for PS4 and Xbox One.
Legend flowing through my veins.
Hey guys, on our last episode of Make It Real, we showed you how we built this awesome Predator costume, complete with a shoulder-mounted laser cannon and a helmet that has 10 different vision modes, allowing you to see in different spectrums of light, and to see in the dark. The extra cool part is that with today's technology, this is one of the first Make It Real projects that is actually better than the original movie. We showed a brief test of the system in the last video, but in this video, I'm going to challenge my team to survive from dusk till dawn in a forest. Let's see if they can beat the Predator. Speaking of high-stake games of hunting and survival, are you looking for a new fun game to play? Try Breakout. It's a new tactical team-based online FPS that I've been playing lately that's heavily inspired by Counter-Strike. Breakout brings classic, simple yet challenging competitive FPS experience to players on both Xbox One and PS4, optimized for playing with a controller. Upgrade your weapons mid-match from the Combat and Arms store in-game using in-game points. And don't worry, there is no pay to win. The online store lets you buy different skins and other cosmetic upgrades only. Plus, players receive seasonal updates for free as they come out. Why am I telling you this? Because Season 1 just dropped in Breakout. It introduces ranked matches, new challenges, new weapon skins, knives, new avatars, and more. Priced at only $19.99, Breakout is an affordable way to get in on competitive gaming action. Sponsors like Breakout ensure we can keep making these awesome projects and videos for you guys to enjoy. So help support the channel today and try Breakout using my link below. Now, before we get to the forest hunt, let me show you its features. It has 4 main parts: the helmet, the control panel on the wrist, the laser cube, and the backpack, which has the computer inside. The helmet is a DOT-approved motorcycle helmet that I bought off eBay, customized to look like a Predator helmet. It has 3 camera modules mounted to the outside of the helmet, and on the inside is a pair of Cinemizer FPV goggles that project a 1080p image for the user to see. Now, the control panel on the wrist is actually from an elevator. It's an elevator button panel. It has 4 buttons. The first button makes the iconic Predator clicking noise, which is great for creeping people out. The second and third buttons cycle through the different camera modes available, one to go forwards and one to go back. But if you double tap the back button, it'll actually return to normal vision. Finally, we have the last button, which turns on or off the recording. The control panel is wired into the backpack where it's connected to our Jetson Xavier NX computer, which combines all the camera feeds and does the image processing to send it to the display inside of the helmet. The cool thing is, we're barely scratching the surface of what this little computer can do, which means we'll be able to upgrade this project and future HUD projects significantly. Finally, we have our laser cube. This is a 1-watt RGB laser projector that can simulate Predator laser scanning and, with its built-in targeting system, pop balloons. Let me show you. All right, my eyes are shut. Do your worst, laser. Woo! Pretty cool, right? But the best part of this project is obviously the thermal vision. Let's take a quick look at each mode. All right, so the current mode is our normal vision, which is just that standard 1080p camera up here. As you can see, it says normal vision on your heads-up display, and if we press the forward button, it switches to the thermal overlay. So this one's actually pretty cool. We're using both the thermal camera and that 1080p signal that I just talked about and combining them to have a higher resolution image. As you can see, the thermal camera is a bit slower. It only has a frame rate of about 9 versus 60 for the main camera, but it gives you a very nice heat signature to see if someone's warm. The next mode is infrared. Now, it looks pretty crappy here, but that's because we have the lights on. So let's turn the lights off. As you can see, the image is rather grainy, but you can actually make me out on the display. And that's because we have a series of IR LEDs up here. When I bring my hand close, you can kind of see it looks like a flashlight. So now we can see in the dark. The next mode is the IR camera plus thermal overlay. So similar to the other one I showed you, this uses the IR camera as a base and the thermal overlay to provide additional information for the user. Now we're getting into the fun stuff, the actual thermal vision modes. So this is a pure thermal image from the FLIR sensor that we're using. Now one of the neat things about this is it can also track residual heat. So watch this. As you can see, my handprint is on the wall. We showed this in the first video, tracking someone in bare feet up a staircase. Now, the remaining 4 thermal modes are all basically the same. They're just using a different color palette to help contrast what you're seeing. The first one is red and yellow. So you can really see I'm pretty hot, right? Next up, we have a nice grayscale one. I actually quite like this one. Then there's a similar one with a tinge of red. This is actually probably by far my favorite, the blue and white. And finally, we also have a green and yellow filter. All in all, we have 10 different vision modes in this Predator helmet, allowing you to contrast your prey on the hunt. So that's how it works. Now, let's see if it actually works in a real life scenario. The team is going to go get set up in the forest, but as soon as night falls, the hunt is on. I'd wish them good luck, but they'll need more than that.
Gotta stay hydrated. I've been challenged by my boss to survive in one of the harshest environments known to man, the Canadian forest. My strategy is to stay hydrated, build some traps, and hide out the night. Now we just gotta find some building materials.
All right, so James challenged me to survive in the forest for a night. Super easy. I've been backcountry camping for years. This will be easy.
If Predator, brackets 1987, taught us anything, it's that mud is my best friend. However, it's been pretty dry lately, not a lot of rain. Mud's gonna be hard to come by. You hear that? That's water. And where there's water, there's mud.
So my boss told me to come to the forest for some reason. I think it's kind of BS because I have a life and I don't want to spend the night here, but I guess I have to survive. And to do that, I'll hide, which, hey, this might be a good spot.
Hide? I don't need to hide. I built the helmet, I can beat the helmet. I don't know what everybody's getting so worked up about. I mean, I saw Bogdan drinking his own piss. If it was me in the helmet, maybe they'd have something to worry about. But James, he can't find his way out of a wet paper bag. Never mind. Ugh.
So I have brought a Mylar blanket, and not only does it keep me warm, it's also going to reflect all the IR light, making me virtually invisible. Oh, I just heard one of my traps trigger. So he's got to be close. I don't think he can see me. Wait, did he just switch camera modes? Oh, I forgot about that.
I saw Bogdan drinking his own piss.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We had a ton of fun filming. It was one of our first tries at doing kind of a short film. Huge props to our new production manager, Josh, who mudded himself up for the role, reliving his 1987 fantasy of being Arnold Schwarzenegger. And make sure you subscribe to our vlog channel because we post behind-the-scenes content all the time on projects just like this one, and you get to see what actually goes into making these videos. Thanks for watching, guys.
This is what we do while we camp.